Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. You look at the Pacers. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And, of course, Atlanta sitting there 4 spots below.
And I think for the Hawks, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Nesmith in at the small forward. And for the Hawks, Trae Young is out there with Daniels. Then it's Okongwu. Then there's Reza Shea. And Gay is in at the 4. So this is the first of 2 in a row. These 2 teams will play against each other. Greg, any advantages or disadvantages?
Well, I mean, I feel in the first game, you can run your game. That second time around is when you get to dig deep into the film and try and make adjustments.
That one goes in.
Halliburton's vision and then the ability to thread the needle there makes the defense pay.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Pass to Reza Shea. Here's Gay. Covered by Siakam. To the right side. Shot clock at 6. Here's Gay. It's rebounded by Indiana. Siakam with it. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, this to me is where he can be a force. Siakam, a 3-level scorer in the painted area, very dangerous.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to speak with Quinn Snyder just before the game. Now, in talking about Tyrese Halliburton, I wanted to know about the strategy for him out there. Coach said Halliburton is so quick and such a deft ball handler, I think it just comes down to keeping up with him, matching his pace, not letting him get one step ahead. So, that's the game plan. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Here's Young, following the score by Indiana. To the middle, he's looking for Okongwu and finds him.
I tell you love the attitude of Miles Turner. No one is getting off these shots when he's nearby. No one.
To the inside. Halliburton outside. Good, nice job down low. Halliburton's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Karis LeVert's checked in for Atlanta. And you know, one person here tonight, often not seen, but definitely heard, music producer and my guy, London on the Track.
A staple in the Atlanta hip-hop scene. A number of rappers have called him the best producer in the business. That's high praise considering the competition.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Young against Halliburton. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Pass to Nembhard. Back to Halliburton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He's so fun to watch.
Kev, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him.
The first free throw is good. Well, certainly with one of the more unique shots in the NBA, Halliburton gets it done.
You know, Kevin, credit to Halliburton and the organizations he's played for, because a lot of them would have changed or tried to rebuild their shot. Halliburton and his organizations knew the shot worked, and he stuck with it, and now he's one of the best shooters at his position. You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Halliburton against Young. Pass to Daniels. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Indiana. This run now up to 13-2.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Young. No scoring in this one. Here's Gay. The basket good off the assist from Young.
You know, a stellar floor general. Young has that uncanny ability to find his guys at the right time.
Halliburton passes to Siakam. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Siakam's got his second bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
There's 1:26 left here in the first quarter. And it's sent back by Turner.
An elite rim protector and shot blocker. Turner excels at rising up and denying those shots.
Now, here is Halliburton. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. And it's sent back by Okongwu. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Halliburton missing. The Hawks trail by 7. Young from deep three-point range. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Nesmith. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Boy, we have seen Pascal Siakam really elevate his passing skills. What an outstanding distribution right there.
Daniels kicks to LeVert. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Aaron Nesmith. The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, it's no secret, guys, that Karis LeVert can flat out score the basketball. I think the key for him moving forward, just become more and more efficient because the ability is there.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Pacers leading by 7. And here's Halliburton. 9 points in the game so far. Bradley sets the pick for Halliburton. Drills the three-pointer. Halliburton's got 12.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we'll be back with you shortly. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
We've got Wallace. Niang out there with Rizachet. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's LeVert in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Now, here is Halliburton. Toppin, no one around him. And the 3 off target. Pass to Wallace. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Bryant. Walker's checked in for the Pacers. On defense, Indiana. Screen by Capella. Down low. And the dunk by Capella.
Boy, that's thanks to Karis LeVert's court vision, making the right plays in pick-and-roll action.
Here's Halliburton. The rebound by Niang.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side.
Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
First one falls for him. And the Pacers, Doris, last season trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And, Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a 2-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
McConnell passes to Mathurin. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McConnell. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Mann's checked in for Rizachet. Turner's checked in for the Pacers. Andrew Nembhard comes in for T.J. McConnell. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. LeVert against Toppin. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Baskets like this demonstrate who Caris LeVert is. This guy is a fighter.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pacers.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Gaze checked in, and Trae Young subbed in for Wallace. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
A shot by Nembhard, no good.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Here's Young, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
That free throw, no good.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
He hits the second from the line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. Young's teammates love to see him at the stripe.
Pass to Toppin. Young against Halliburton. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Halliburton's got 14.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. Guys and coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking them in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky's the limit. Here's Young, following the score by Obi Toppin. And Young kicks to LeVert. 6 to shoot. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. 10 points for him.
Caris LeVert's a crafty player. This is a guy who knows how to get shots over the interior defense.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. For the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Reza Shea is coming in for Mann. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Caris LeVert. Siakam is checked in for the Pacers. Aaron Nesmith comes in for Halliburton. On defense, Atlanta. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Siakam passes to Mathurin, hits the three-point bomb. Mathurin's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Reza Shea. 1:37 left to play in the first half. Here's the screen, just 5 on the clock. Here's Daniels. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Daniels has got his first points of the game.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Pass to Turner. And Siakam has it in the corner. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
No good on the free throw. Well, Doris, before he started playing basketball, Siakam was on the path to priesthood. And there are a lot of GMs in the NBA saying, amen, that he chose basketball.
Kevin, this young man actually attended a seminary and didn't pick up a basketball until he was 16. But even with that, he's built himself into an all-star and a champion. An incredible journey. I think the value of Pascal Siakam is the skill set on both ends of the floor. He can play multiple positions either end, and he can lift his team in any number of ways.
It's good. Pacers leading by 3. Siakam looking around.
Boy, Pascal Siakam can put a ton of pressure on the defense. This guy has a physicality that you love.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And 74%, yeah, you know, so-so. He probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
And he makes the first.
Boy, the evolution of Pascal Siakam has been such a pleasure to watch. The work ethic is commendable, and he's learning how to be a leader, guys.
Siakam hits them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Pass to Okongwu. Here's Gay. Offline with his 3. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Siakam's shot is off. The Hawks trail by 5. Back to Daniels. Now, here is Young. Emard covering. Young with the ball. That will count. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pacers lead by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. With Quinn Snyder, Coach, they came at you offensively. So what has to change for you defensively?
Well, a lot, obviously, with everybody on the floor. You know, they're capable of doing this, but we're not. It's just too easy.
Got to tighten things up as we go along. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Taking a look here at Indiana, they haven't quite looked like themselves lately. The question is, how do they get back to the top? How do they recapture that magic? I think it starts with raising the intensity level. Become more aggressive, night after night, fight after fight. Aggressive is right.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a tough start for the Atlanta Hawks.
I've seen more stops in All-Star games. What do they call it, guys? Oh, yeah, Matador defense. They just let scores go by.
Ole, ole, ole. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. On the court right now for the Pacers. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Nesmith in at the 3.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
Pass to Rizachet. Okongwu a screen. Fires from deep. Drills it from outside. Rizachet's got 6 points.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Turner finds Nesmith. Over Rizachet and off the front iron, and in it goes. 6 points for him.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
Pass to Rizachet. Back to Young for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And this is what Young is known for, a knockdown threat from downtown.
Halliburton passes to Siakam. Offensive rebound. A 3-ball. That one's not going to go.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
They set the screen. Clock at 6. Young drives in. Excellent defense there from Halliburton.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball, and I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Daniels. His last 10 games have been exceptional. He's putting up about 14 points a night, just over 3 steals and 6 rebounds. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down the opponents.
Now, here is Young. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. There's the 3. Here's Daniels, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
Siakam outside. Now, Nesmith. 6 points for him. Halliburton for 3. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
There's a good screen. This one for three. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. And Reza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
And Atlanta has possession. Following the miss by Pascal Siakam. Young against Halliburton. Pass to Gay for the three. The basket good off the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Halliburton. 14 points for him. And Halliburton slams it in.
Yeah, just one of those nights for Tyrese Halliburton. He's kept his foot on the accelerator, and he's putting it to the defense.
Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Here's Reza Shea. Another three for Atlanta.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make him pay.
Now here's Turner. Pass to Nesmith. Gets the bucket and the foul. That one on Reza Shea.
You can see Turner evolving as a passer. He wants to set his teammates up. That's a pretty look.
And Doris, when you look at Aaron Nesmith, he is someone that has accepted readily more responsibility over time.
There's no question, Kevin, and what I love is he didn't let not playing early in his career affect his outlook. In fact, it almost added an edge and spurred him to incredible improvement. He's an excellent defensive player. He's worked hard to become a three-point shooter. It's somebody defenses must now account for from range. Love the work put in.
We've got 1:28 left here in the third quarter. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. The Pacers making a switch here. Walker's checked in. With a break in the action, let's see which teams have come away with the most steals in the NBA this season. The Hawks second.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
1:25 left to play in the third. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Now here's Wallace. Still scoreless. 5 to shoot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter of the game. Siakam against Okongwu. Siakam kicks to Toppin. Toppin a screen on Wallace. Just 4 to shoot. McConnell, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Pacers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. The Hawks making a switch here. Capella's checked in. And the second free throw, good. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Wallace finds LeVert. Sinks that one from the post. LeVert's got 12.
Boy, that's just about strength right there. Karis LeVert just simply refuses to be denied.
Tries it from 9. Here's Siakam. And he can't bank that one in. Atlanta's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Mathurin against LeVert. Back to man. Pass to LeVert. Over Mathurin. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Indiana out in front, up 2. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got LeVert. Terrence Mann is out there with George Niang. Then there's Wallace, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Now, here's McConnell. Here's Mathurin, and it's good, 2 points. And the Pacers lead by 1.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Mann, defended by Mathurin. Here's Capella.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot-blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
Outside, Walker. Halliburton outside. Halliburton is double. And a wide open look for Walker. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got 5 assists in the game. The Hawks trail by 3. Pass to Capella. LeVert against Halliburton. LeVert the pass to Capella. Now, man. Shot clock at 5. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Floats it up for Walker.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
And so LeVert will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Pass to Wallace. Capella with a screen on McConnell. Wallace kicks to Capella. From 18 feet away, the Hawks again can't hit. Pacers leading by 5. Halliburton on the wing. No good from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
To the paint. Pass to LeVert. There's the pick. Beyond the arc. Here's man. The Hawks again can't hit. Indiana's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Back to Halliburton. Offensive rebound. Count that one from Toppin.
We're talking about a 6'9" guy with a 7'2" wingspan. Toppin loves to be above the rim, picks up the loose change.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Neesmith, he's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. And that 3 goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Nembhard, following the basket by Trae Young. Back to Halliburton. Halliburton is double. Siakam for 3. Okongwu grabs the ball. The Hawks trail by 5. Here is Daniels. Young looking it over. Driving the lane. And what a play. Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Gay with the rebound. Gay's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Daniels passes to Young. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Here's Siakam. Rebounded by the Hawks. Gay's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Young. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton. Indiana leading by 3. Inside, deflects the pass. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
That's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Now, here's Siakam. Another miss by Siakam.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same. Largely a no-show right here.
To the inside. Halliburton with the steal. They're running. Here's Nembhard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
On the wing, Daniels. 24 seconds left in the game. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. And an intentional foul right there.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
It's Young on the wing. Pass to Gay. No good on the triple. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
And they go to the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
We got this. Shooting 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. So it's Indiana picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Tyrese Halliburton.